What's up, folks? Here it is again. Another edition of the Panther Fan Talk. I am Eric. With me, as always,
Brought to you by Potato Vids. Panther Fan Talk. We're back. Bad week for us.
Yep.
At least, well, actually, it's been kind of a good week for us, but not the game part.
Not for this, yeah.
Before I get started, Honorable Soldier YouTube, give him a shout out. Broncos fan, but dude's pretty cool anyways, in spite of that. But yeah, he was right. He was right about Simeon. Dude was right. So kudos to him, I guess, and the other Broncos fans that commented. Even though wasn't as much of a fan as a few of them, but yeah, Honorable Soldier, good job. And I guess also before we get started, we'll go ahead and get to the positive points of this episode. We got big news coming. You want to spit that?
Oh, the big news?
I don't want the big news.
We need a drum roll. No, we're going to begin a podcast, man, starting next Saturday. 7 p.m.
It's bigger than just a podcast.
7 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be on All In Sports, right?
All In Sports Talk. There's an app already out for iPhone. 24/7 Sports Network. Kicking off today, 9/11. And obviously also never forget on that one.
No.
But yeah, All In Sports Talk. Just search in your app store for All In Sports Talk Radio. You'll be able to stream us live on Saturdays, 7 p.m. Eastern. That'll be 4 p.m. for those of you out there on the left coast.
In the west.
So, also you can go to allinsportstalk.com, watch us there. Hit us up on Twitter, at Panther Fan Talk, at All In Sports Talk, at Ayrton65. All of us will be able to get you to the right spot if you have any issues. And yeah, if not this week, definitely within the first couple of weeks, we're going to be taking live calls. The whole hour episode is going to be live. We will be throwing out some podcast destinations that we'll put it up after the show. And for sure, try to check us out. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for everybody that's been watching our videos, man. We had like over 1,450 views last week, which is pretty crazy.
Few days.
And that video might still be growing, man. So appreciate everybody that's watching it, even before then. Like it's awesome. You want to talk about the good old game now?
Yeah, I guess while we're giving out thanks and everything, thanks to the people up at Shooters, Terry Sixpack that runs the place, Chris Hype Man Dean that basically runs the place. But those guys, great place to watch the game. Had me up there, always good to us.
Right.
And the place was cranked up the entire time with Panther fans. Had Fox 8 out there. And it was great all the way up until, somewhere in the fourth quarter. And then the cheers quickly turned to fear. And
I was going to say boo. I thought they was booing or something.
And no, it turned to fear, and then it turned to just pretty much sadness. It wasn't really any boos. It was just more
disappointment.
Yeah, huge disappointment. So, I know a lot of the blame went to Graham Gano. Obviously, he did miss the winning field goal.
Yeah, he missed the second one.
He makes it. We win.
Right.
They iced him.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't the first time he's been iced.
Right.
He never, to me, looks confident, but I guess that's just his look. Like, when he's standing out there waiting on the timeout to end, walking around by himself like kickers do.
Right.
But, he's hit or miss at times, and he missed. And it sucks.
Yeah, it freaking sucked you, best man. It's the freaking Broncos, dude. We've done lost to these dudes 2 times in a row, man, and it sucks. I mean, it's not as bad as obviously when we lost the Super Bowl, but It still stings, man. I mean, it hurts pretty good.
Hadn't beat the Broncos since like '07 or I think was it '07. Jake Delhomme. Yeah, the dudes they have our number for whatever reason, but I personally don't put the blame. I mean, clearly if Gano makes the kick again, we win, but
Right.
I don't put the blame on him. I found huge issues with the coaching staff. Just for me, numerous times, and we can break them down, time by time if you want to, or I can just run through them. But from the very outset of the game, you hit me with a message that I don't understand it. I just don't get it. Why does Cameron Artis-Payne continue to be inactive? This is reminding me, it's eerily to the Josh Norman thing, in that we're going to have this dude that could be really, really good, and we're just going to let him ride pine. And then 4 years from now, everybody's going to say, man, Ron Rivera did a great job not playing him. Look how much better he got, as if the dude wouldn't have got better while he was playing.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the inactivity of Cameron Artis-Payne? You got an issue with that? Or
Yeah, I mean, it baffles me why he wasn't playing. I mean, Fonzie Whitaker did have a couple of decent runs, but man, Cameron Artis-Payne just seems like he's much, in my opinion, he's much better than Fonzie Whitaker. I don't know. Maybe the coaching staff is seeing stuff that we're not seeing. Maybe he's not that good in pass protection. I don't know, man, but I mean,
it seems like that's like the reason they like Artis-Payne is because he pass protects way better than
then I don't
Whitaker.
see how he's not the number 2 running back. You know what I'm saying? It
Well,
just don't make any sense to me, man.
Whitaker gives us the change of pace. He gives us the speed factor.
He is quick, yeah.
Artis-Payne doesn't give us that, but dude, Jonathan Stewart's not getting any younger.
No.
Around the age of 30, running backs usually decline. I actually was talking to a friend of mine about that yesterday.
Jonathan Stewart is probably the best player on the freaking offense Thursday, though. So.
Yeah, agreed, but still, why not start working in Artis-Payne now? Because
Right.
it's a long season. And how often does Jonathan Stewart make the whole season anyway? So
Hasn't made it's a long time.
So we go from that, and yeah, once again, no knock on Jonathan Stewart at all. Dude played. That's one of the best games I've seen him play as far as like the consistency of being able to get multiple yards. I've talked about it before. He gets a lot of credit for always pushing through, but I personally see him stop at the line oftentimes and then kind of dance sideways and get tackled for a loss. But he did none of that Sunday. He brought it. He absolutely brought it.
Yeah, he was ready for this game, man. He hit the holes where he's supposed to and pushed for extra yards and looked great. I mean, Jonathan Stewart looked great.
Now, my next coaching issue, Cam Newton, who I'm sure we'll get to, especially come Saturday, was getting abused. Goes to the sideline after getting injured. We all watched him lay there on the field. Goes to the sideline. We come back out the very next possession, and we throw the ball 4 times in 3 plays, actually, because back-to-back penalties. So we come out and we throw it on first down. And I'm sitting there like, all right, maybe you just figure they know you're going to run it, so you just see what happens. But clearly, Cam's being affected, and his pass is nowhere close.
Right.
So we come out on second down, and we pass it again, and the pass is nowhere close. So now you're sitting here on third down, and you've got a guy that's just thrown 2 terribly inaccurate passes, who's clearly hobbled, and it's long yardage situation, but we play through it. He makes a great play, but he takes another hit,
Mm-hmm.
and it gets called back for a penalty. And then we get the false start. So now we're facing 3rd and 30. I get it. Nobody in Carolina country wants to see a draw, but you're not picking up 3rd and 30 against a team that you can't drop. You can't take a 7-step drop at any point and feel comfortable, but much less when it's obvious passing situation. Why not just hand the ball off, take what you can get, punt the ball away, play defense? Instead, we drop back, pass it, we get a 13-yard gain. Another great player from that game was Kelvin Benjamin. He tries to make something happen, but even with all that, it's 13 yards.
Yeah.
We do nothing except for let Cam get hit again. What is the point in that? It kills me, dude.
Not only that, but I mean, they made it seem like our run game wasn't doing anything. We was killing them in the run. I mean, we could rush all over them. We just got away from the run game, and I think in the end it cost us, man. And then, like you said, why are they doing freaking making Cam pass 4 straight times when he just got a helmet-to-helmet hit like just constantly? It seemed like.
That's a great point, dude. Even take the hits away, take the injury away, all that. we're running the ball all over them. We're up 10 points against a team with limited offense. Why did we get away from the run? In the Super Bowl, 51 passes, 19 rushes. You cannot beat Denver throwing the ball. Their pass rush is too good.
Right.
You cannot just make every play predictable and drop back and pass. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
So on to number 3 with the coaching staff. Now, I know during the broadcast they said Thomas Davis called the timeout. It seemed like it was conflicting that the coaching staff was also trying to get the timeout called. And the timeout I'm talking about, aside from the 15 that felt like we blew for no reason, we called a timeout to decide if we should throw the challenge flag so that we didn't lose a timeout if we threw the challenge flag. I have no words for that. Dude, you're risking losing a timeout so you use a timeout. Like that's your fear. You're going to lose one so you use one. Like, it makes no sense. You just throw the frickin' flag out there, and if you're wrong, you lost a timeout.
Right.
And we're challenging a spot foul, which oftentimes doesn't get overturned. We would have lost 2 timeouts in that one freaking play. That's horrible coaching.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't get the whole thing like why Cam's got to burn so many timeouts to begin with. I mean, it's Cam, you know. I mean, I know you're talking about the coach. So
Well, no. Once again, go ahead, but I blame that on poor preparation, which I blame.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting to. What are we doing, man? Are we not getting the play calls in fast enough? Like, I don't get what the whole deal. Why Cam has to go and call a timeout, 3 or 4 times just in the first quarter. I mean, I know we got 3 timeouts,
I get it.
Them all.
I get it. Like, it's the first game of the season. There's going to be some issues, but not with this team. We've got the same starting offensive line. Mm-hmm. We've got the same quarterback. Mm-hmm. We've got the same entire offense. There's no reason. I mean, I know it's different play calls. We changed up the terminology this year thanks to Roman Harper. And it's going to be a little more difficult. But, dude, 3 timeouts in the first quarter, that's just absurd.
Yeah, that shouldn't happen, man. I mean, I don't get what's going on there. We gotta straighten that up, and that really don't go into any more blame. The one that really should get the blame for that, is the coaches. Like, what are you doing here? I mean,
And we drove at the end of both halves and kicked a field goal. Mm-hmm. Again, clearly we missed the second one with Gano. But those timeouts, if we have them, that's A, a chance to get closer, and B, a chance to just end it with a touchdown.
Yeah.
But we don't have the timeouts. Why? Because we were poorly prepared, and we couldn't get the plays in, or Cam couldn't get the, team up to the line.
Right.
It's just that's inexcusable. It's horrible.
Yeah, and that has to fall on the coaches. I mean, he's got to do a better job of telling people, we got to be faster and got to get the play calls in faster, and make sure
he's not fast.
Make sure Cam knows what everybody's doing, and make sure everybody hustles, man. Like, we can't just keep wasting these timeouts. And that goes even back to last year. We just wasting timeouts and wasting timeouts. I mean, that's going to bite us, man. And I feel like it did this game.
So, defensively. Our defensive ends. I've harped on this, but...
He's not even with the same one.
But the cornerback we're not talking about anymore, that got, no credit because he was supposedly supported by our front 7. Time and time again, I told people that our front 7, especially our front 4, was helped as much by said corner as said corner was helped by our front 4.
Right.
We didn't have somebody locking up half of the field, and where was our front 4? Nowhere. We have no defensive ends. Coney Ely has potential, and last year he balled out when he had the opportunities.
When he started.
And maybe it was the altitude. I know he took himself off the field a couple of times because he was winded.
Right.
But K1 got double teamed. Starr played good.
Starr played real good.
But, dude, if Dallaire was in the game, they ran straight at him. Mm-hmm. Charles Johnson did nothing outside of knocking out the ball when Luke had the running back wrapped up.
Right.
Dude, Addison if he's in the Delaire and Addison can't stop the run. They just can't stop the run. Charles Johnson's 900 years old, and don't get it twisted. I love the dude. I was a big supporter of him when he came into the league. I always thought he would be a star for us, and he did. He was. Yeah, but he's not.
Not now, no.
And Ely, if he doesn't go off each game, we're just not going to have a defensive end, it appears. Mm-hmm. I never dreamed I would see the day where I'm watching a game and thought, Jesus, I wish we had
Wes Horton.
Wes Horton. Wes Horton. I'm literally watching the game thinking, dang, I wish we had Wes Horton. Wes Horton. That's what this has come to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I mean, that was one of our, main concerns coming into the season. That was going to need a defensive end, and we never got one. And this is the result. Every time you saw Denver run, it was to one side of our defensive end. Like you said, every time freaking Delaire was in the game, they ran right at him and got huge yards off of it, man. Our run defense was just nowhere to be found, man. Just nowhere to be found.
I want to throw this out there, too. The fact that we don't start Funchess is a joke.
Right.
But it's obviously based on our coaching staff's belief that you got to have a big guy and a fast guy. No, you don't. We've been through this. We've talked about this. But the same thing. Has anybody seen Butler run? The dude can flat out fly for fast, 490 pounds or whatever he is.
Jeez.
Why can we not stick him at defensive end on some plays?
He needs to be there.
And why can we not put KK at the other defensive end when we're getting ran all over?
Right.
Those two can clearly get out on the edge and contain. Now, are they going to be fast enough to run somebody down on a big sweep? Maybe not. Maybe so, but maybe not.
But that's for our linebackers.
But our linebackers are so freaking fast that if we can stuff the middle and contain those tackles, they're going to get there. Their tackles were disposing of our ends and getting on the second level to block our linebackers. That should never happen.
Yeah.
That's just, dude, it's unbelievable. So why can we not have our best 4 defensive linemen on the field? And even if that includes Ely being on one end, but why not have 3 tackles out there? And again, why not sometimes have 4 with Soliai in the middle?
Right.
Besides Star. Because that's not what the notebook says, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, Butler being a defensive end would be, it'd be fun to watch if nothing else. And he would help us out, man. I mean, I don't think they're going to be trying to run his way. The dude's big, the dude's fast, like you said. And I mean, he made, he had like, our only sack pretty much on the defensive line, if I remember correctly.
And the whole thing that everybody talks about the tackles, well, the biggest thing the tackles do that you don't see is they take up blockers. They take up blockers, and the linebackers can fly around. Shaq, Luke, and Thomas Davis, free. They're always going to get there.
Yeah.
Always going to get there. Half the time when they're not free, they get there. Actually, 90% of the time. So why risk the other 10? But anyways. So on the positive side, Benjamin played his first game, and the dude was an absolute stud.
Yep.
He was an absolute stud except for 2 passes that I felt like he could have, should have probably caught. But, I mean, on the whole, coming back, first game, dude, just great.
Taking shots at the knee, too. I mean, he took a couple interesting little hits there from Denver that wasn't flagged, of course. But, I mean, the dude played good, man. I thought maybe Funchess might come out and have a real good game. I mean, maybe he didn't. He didn't. Let's just say he didn't.
Yeah.
Get the chance. But KB still looks like our best wide receiver.
Funchess made a great catch on the sideline. Ted Ginn made a clutch catch on a curl route that I personally, I guess it was actually more of an out route, but I can't believe that was the play call. Like, we trusted Ted Ginn's hands with the game on the line. I mean, kudos to Cam for, putting it where it had to be. Kudos to Ted Ginn for catching it, making the play, getting both feet in bounds. But holy crap, if you tell me that's the play going in, I guess I just go ahead and write the game off. But, hey, it worked. Good job.
Greg Olsen, man, had a great game. Greg
Olsen played really well. Luke, TD, again, played great.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Cam played decent. I mean, Rivers had a really good game until it got to the point that we had to throw the ball.
Yep.
And when we have to throw the ball, and Denver knows it, he cannot block
Von Miller
anyone.
1-on-1, yeah. Well, yeah, anyone. I mean, it wasn't just Von Miller getting through.
I don't know, dude.
Disappointing, to
Very
say the
disappointing.
least. 0-1's not how you want to start the season, but,
0-1 against a team that could be really good, but they could also be very, average. They definitely had moments of struggling.
Yeah, I want to point this out, too. They started the good old rookie quarterback. When he wasn't pressured, he looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Every time we got pressure on him, though, man, that dude just wanted to chunk the ball to anybody. And, we had that. That's what saved us pretty much in the first half. Because, like I said, like we said before, we was getting run on. And we started pressuring him. He started throwing picks, making bad plays. And
Well, I actually felt like Simeon played pretty good, even under duress. I mean, he had the one deflected pass pick, which he threw it too low, and Starr made a great play, and then Thomas Davis made a great play.
Yeah.
The pick to Benet was, that was a rookie prayer, throw it up. But for the most part, I mean, he had the pump fake, duck under sidearm. He had a couple scrambles and throw it down the field, 10, 15 yards down the field. Like, I don't know. I thought the guy played really good. I think Denver's got somebody potentially, for long term even.
He played pretty good.
But, dude, we're at the 40-minute mark of this broadcast here. So I guess we should wrap it up in spite of, plenty of things we can talk about with Cam getting cheap shotted.
Yeah.
Just dirty by Denver. But if you're still watching now, check us out.
At Panther Fan Talk on Twitter. I'm at Eric the 65 on Twitter.
And most importantly, check us out. Of course, back here, we're going to put up part of our broadcast that's going to be live. We'll put it here on YouTube, so check us out here. But also, All In Sports Talk. AllinSportsTalk.com. All In Sports Talk. The app's already at the App Store for iPhone or your iPad, Apple iStore. Apple
Store, I think.
Yeah, we'll call it that. The App Store, either way. And then it'll be on Android any moment now. So by the time you watch this, it could already be up.
Right.
Download, watch us 7 p.m.
Next Saturday.
Starting Saturday.
Inaugural show.
We're
Be there, be square.
Be an hour-long show. It's all Panthers. It's all for Panther fans and any other fans that want to watch. We're going to have perspectives from both sides, hopefully, in the future.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And you'll be able to call in, so definitely check us out. Definitely, watch the game and hope for a 1-1 start, which sounds kind of crappy to say, but at this point, dear God, we got to be 1-1.
Yeah.
San Francisco, Sunday, 1 o'clock. We'll be right back here sometime after the game. If we lose, it'll probably be a few days like this because we have to get past the tears. But, yeah. That's all I got. Is that all you got?
That's it.
All right. Well, as always, keep pounding.
Pound on.
By the way, what was the dance? Was that the dance?
He did. I didn't see him do it.
Oh, the little. That was the dance. I don't know. That was kind of disappointing as well.
I
mean, the dance was good. Don't get me wrong, but I thought it was going to be something big. Either way, that's it.